Imagine an island where every step could be your last, a place so packed with danger that the very ground seems alive with venomous snakes. On this island, some estimates claim there's one of the world's deadliest snakes for every square meter. This isn't a scene from a horror movie, this is Isla de Queimada Grande, better known as Snake Island, and it's just our first stop on a tour of the world's most forbidden locations. There are places in this world so secret, so dangerous, or so sacred that they're completely off limits to all but a handful of people. From military bases that fuel global conspiracy theories to ancient sites protected by an aura of divinity, these locations grab our imagination precisely because we're locked out. They're forbidden for good reasons: lethal danger, government secrecy, and sacred beliefs. So what's really hiding behind the warning signs and armed guards? What secrets are worth protecting? Today we're pushing past the do not enter signs to explore why you absolutely should not and cannot visit these forbidden places. Few places on Earth inspire as much mystery and wild conspiracy theories as a patch of desert in southern Nevada. Officially, it's a U.S. Air Force facility known as Homey Airport or Groom Lake. To the rest of us, it's Area 51. For decades, the U.S. government wouldn't even admit it existed. That intense secrecy turned it into the epicenter of UFO folklore, with endless theories about crashed alien ships and extraterrestrial technology tucked away in its hangars. The truth, while maybe less Hollywood, is just as fascinating. Area 51 is a top-secret development and testing facility for experimental aircraft and weapons. This is where legendary spy planes like the U-2 and the A-12 Oxcart were born during the Cold War. Those strange unidentified flying objects people reported in the 50s and 60s weren't alien visitors. They were these futuristic high-altitude aircraft on covert missions. In a bizarre twist, some reports suggest U.S. defense agencies actually fanned the flames of the UFO myths to hide these projects from Soviet eyes. One Air Force colonel was even supposedly tasked with leaving fake photos of flying saucers in a local bar to distract from the F-117 Nighthawk stealth aircraft's test flights. So what happens if you try to visit? Well, you won't get far. The base is protected by a massive restricted airspace, while the ground is covered with motion sensors, cameras, and patrols of heavily armed guards affectionately known as Camo Dudes. Warning signs make it perfectly clear. Entry is forbidden, and deadly force is authorized. The official line is that all this secrecy is for national security to protect vital defense technology. But for decades, that same secrecy created a vacuum that has been filled by some of the most persistent conspiracy theories of our time, making sure that what happens in Area 51 stays in Area 51. From a place forbidden by military power, we go to one forbidden by faith. In the remote Himalayas of Tibet stands a stunning, pyramid-shaped peak that has captured the spiritual imagination of millions, Mount Kailash. While it's not a giant like Mount Everest, Kailash is considered by many to be the most sacred mountain in the world. It's hugely important to 4 different faiths: Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, and Bon. For Hindus, it's the home of Lord Shiva, one of their most important deities. In Buddhism, it's known as Mount Meru, the center of the Buddhist universe. For Jains, it's where their first spiritual leader found enlightenment, and for the Bon religion, it's the spot that connects heaven and earth. Because of this deep spiritual meaning, climbing Mount Kailash is strictly forbidden. It's seen as a divine place to be honored, not a peak to be conquered. Trying to scale its slopes would be a massive sign of disrespect to the gods believed to live there. As a result, no one in recorded history has ever made it to the top. The Chinese government, which controls the area, doesn't issue climbing permits out of respect for these beliefs. But while climbers are banned, pilgrims are not. Instead of going up, they perform a sacred ritual called the Kora, a tough multi-day trek circling the mountain's 52-kilometer base. It's a journey of incredible devotion, thought to wash away a lifetime of sins. The ban on climbing Mount Kailash isn't about physical danger, though its steep, icy slopes would make it a brutal climb. It's about protecting a place of ultimate sanctity, making sure that this bridge between heaven and earth stays untouched by human ambition. We've gone from government secrets to sacred mountains, but there are still more mysteries to uncover. The reasons these places are off limits are as different as the locations themselves. If you're fascinated by these hidden corners of our world, make sure you subscribe and ring that notification bell so you don't miss our future deep dives into the unknown. Now, if you could get a free pass to any forbidden place, which one would it be and why? Let us know in the comments below. Our next spot is forbidden not to hide the future, but to protect the distant past. Deep in the Dordogne region of southwestern France lies the Lascaux Cave, a place often called the Sistine Chapel of prehistory. Discovered in 1940, the walls of this cave complex are covered with some of the most incredible Paleolithic paintings ever found, dating back over 17,000 years. Hauntingly vivid images of stags, bison, and horses give us an unmatched look into the world of our ancient ancestors. For 15 years after its discovery, the cave was open to the public, drawing over 1 million visitors who wanted to see this prehistoric marvel. But that fame came with a terrible price. The carbon dioxide from people's breath, the artificial lights, and even small changes in humidity and temperature started doing rapid, irreversible damage to the paintings. Algae and calcite crystals began growing over the delicate artwork, threatening to wipe it out forever. So in 1963, in a heartbreaking but totally necessary move, the original Lascaux Cave was permanently closed to the public to save it from a slow death. Today, only a few scientists are allowed into the original cave, and only for a few days a month. But the desire to share this treasure with the world led to an amazing solution. A series of incredibly detailed replicas have been built, with the latest being Lascaux IV, a complete and faithful reproduction that lets visitors feel the awe of the cave without harming the original. The ban on visiting the real Lascaux Cave is all about cultural preservation. It's a recognition that some treasures are just too fragile and too important to risk. We're kept out so that this irreplaceable link to human history can survive for thousands of more years. A silent tribute to the dawn of art. Our final destination is a place wrapped in centuries of mystery and power, a location that's less a single place and more a maze of knowledge, the Vatican Secret Archives. Now officially called the Vatican Apostolic Archive, the name change in 2019 didn't do much to shake the secretive vibe that surrounds it. For centuries, this massive collection has held the personal documents of the popes, along with state papers, papal account books, and letters stretching back over 1,200 years. The word secret, in its old name, comes from the Latin secretum, which really means private or personal, as in the Pope's personal archive. But its fortress-like security and historical inaccessibility have sparked endless speculation. Are there lost gospels, shocking historical cover-ups, proof of miracles or conspiracies? For most of history, nobody knew because the archives were completely sealed off. That changed in 1881 when Pope Leo XIII allowed limited access to qualified scholars. Even today, getting in is incredibly tough. You can't just browse the shelves. Only highly qualified scholars with specific research goals can apply. and they have to request certain documents ahead of time. They are given access to just a few documents a day in a silent reading room where even pens are forbidden. Thus there's a time limit. Documents are only available up to the end of Pope Pius XII's pontificate in 1958. This rule keeps the private dealings of more recent popes exactly that, private. While the archive's goal is historical preservation, its strict rules and the massive collection of documents we can't see ensure it remains one of the most tantalizing and forbidden vaults of knowledge in the world. From the deadly vipers of Snake Island to the secret projects of Area 51, from the divine peak of Mount Kailash to the fragile art of Lascaux and the guarded secrets of the Vatican, the world is full of places that are just out of reach. These locations are forbidden for powerful and very real reasons. They're restricted to protect human life from extreme danger, to guard national security, to save priceless pieces of our shared history, and to honor the sacred beliefs that ground entire cultures. While the adventurer in all of us might dream of setting foot in these off-limits zones, respecting their boundaries is a fundamental responsibility. It's an admission that not every mystery needs to be solved by our own 2 feet, and not every corner of the world is ours for the taking. These forbidden places are a powerful reminder that there are still secrets left in the world, and sometimes the greatest adventure is understanding why some doors have to stay closed.